Welcome to the Divine Mother's Temple. Today, seeking blessings from the Divine Mother. The session is about recitation and meaning of the sacred Devi Mahatmya. All praises to the Divine Mother. Welcome. Devi Mahatmya. Glory of the Divine Mother. O Devi, who exist in the form of all, who are the ruler of all, possessing all power, protect us from fears. O Devi Ma Durga, salutation be to you. From the Devi Mahatmya, chapter 11, 24. From the Markandeya Purana, 700 sacred mantras. On one level, the Devi Mahatmya is an allegory of the spiritual journey. On another, a blueprint of the soul. The Devi Mahatmya is also known as the Durga Saptasashi, the glory of the goddess and praise of the goddess. Chandipatha is a divine book of the soul, helping to understand consciousness of the universe. Here's our agenda. First, introduction to Devi Mahatmya. Second, power of recitation. Third, about chapter 11. 4. Explore chapter 11 in English. 5. Chapter 11 in Sanskrit. Part 1. Introduction to Devi Mahatmya. From her squalling brow, Ma Kali sprang forth, frightful of countenance, and armed with sword and noose. From Devi Mahatmya, chapter 7, verse 6. The Devi Mahatmya is a scripture of the Divine Mother of the entire universe. It forms part of the Markandeya Purana and holds the rare statue of Shruti, equal in spiritual authority to the Vedas. 700 sacred mantras are known as the Durga Saptasati, meaning 700 verses of praise and power dedicated to the Divine Mother. It is a living text. Each verse is a mantra. The whole is treated as one Maha Mantra, a single act of surrender and praise to her. 700 sacred mantras, 13 chapters. 1. The Divine Mother. There are 3 great narratives in this book. First, Charita, Ma Mahakali, chapter 1. And the middle Charita is Ma Mahalakshmi, covers chapter 2 to 4. The Devi, as Ma Chandika, destroys the buffalo demon Mahishasura and his vast armies. The gods themselves bow before her in hymns of praise. Final Charita is about Ma Mahasarasvati, covers chapters 5 to 13. The Devi slays Sambha and Nisumba, chapter 11. The hymn to Ma Narayani stands as a summit of devotional prayer to the Divine Mother. Today we are here to worship the Divine Mother by exploring chapter 11. The Divine expresses as many divine forms as Ma Durga, Ma Kali, Ma Saraswati, Ma Lakshmi. The Divine Mother is known by many names and forms. It is a limitation of us, the devotees, to limit the Divine Mother to any specific form. The Divine Mother is omniscient as all forms, but is not limited to any form. Hence, the Divine Mother is revered as Ma Adi Para Shakti, the most ancient source of all source. Ma Mahakali is the first Ma Mahavija and the dynamic aspect of the ultimate reality. Ma Kali is symbolized as a devourer of time and the Divine Mother of death and destruction. May Ma Mahakali bless with transformation. Ma Durga blesses devotees with spiritual awakening. Ma Durga's spear symbolizes knowledge, and being pierced by it symbolizes being penetrated by the light of knowledge. The penetrating light of knowledge forces Mahishasura to emerge in its real form, symbolizing the false self or limited ego awareness. Ma Lakshmi, also referred as Ma Mahalakshmi and Ma Kamala, blesses devotees with spiritual bliss, prosperity, and auspiciousness. Ma Lakshmi is revered as Ma Kamalatmika by the tantrics who realize that there can be no spiritual liberation without blessings of Ma Lakshmi. Ma Mahasaraswati, also known as Mahasaraswati, is the divine mother of knowledge, education, learning, arts, music, and wisdom. Ma Saraswati is often depicted holding a veena, a stringed musical instrument, books, rosary, symbolizing connection to the arts, knowledge, and spiritual pursuits. Durga Saptashati, an esoteric meaning. Often, scriptural stories seem to be too fanatical. Do such legends and stories in the ancient texts have any esoteric meaning? For example, who are Madhukataiba, Mahishasur, Raktabija, Chandamunda, Durmalochan, Shubnishub, Shubhu. Listen to this revealing discourse to understand the true meaning of Durga Saptasati and how it relates to the hurdles on the path of any seeker in life. Part 2. Power of Recitation. The Devi Mahatmya is not only read, it is spoken, it is heard, it is alive. The Katyayani Tantra declares every verse a mantra. The whole text is one Maha Mantra, the sound body of the Divine Mother herself. Recitation is not a personal act of merit. It is an act of surrender, the human voice becoming an instrument of the Divine Mother's will. The devotee who recites with full serenity is heard by the Divine Mother. The text promises the Divine Mother's protection and her divine presence. Her promise to those who recite. When pleased, she destroys all afflictions. Those who have taken refuge in her are never overcome by calamity, and they who resort to her become a refuge to others. From Devi Mahatmya, chapter 11, verse 29. Freedom from fear. Recitation of the Devi Mahatmya is promised by the Divine Mother to bring freedom from fear of enemies, illness, and forces of darkness, within and outer. All forms of suffering removed, disease, misfortune, and the grip of inner darkness, all are addressed by her grace, if the recitation is offered to her with sincerity. The reciter becomes refuge. Not only the reciter who is protected, it's those around them are sheltered too. The Divine Mother's grace flows outward through those who surrender to her. Part 3. About Chapter 11. The hymn to Ma Narayani, Narayani Stuti, the summit of the Devi Mahatmya. The hymn to Ma Narayani is Chapter 11. After the Devi has slain the great demon chief Sumpha, the gods led by Lord Indra turn to her in complete and joyful surrender. Gods bow. Their victory is not their own. It is hers. Her names are sung. Each verse reveals a form of her infinite being. Her promise descends. She promises to protect all who take refuge in her. Vidya samasta tava devi veda sritya samasta sakala jagatsu. All forms of knowledge are your aspects, O Devi, as are all women in the world. By you alone, the Mother, is this world filled. What praise can be sung to you, who are beyond praise? All knowledge is hers, the Divine Mother. Science, philosophy, art, wisdom, every form of knowing flows from the Divine Mother. Every woman carries her. The Divine Mother is present in every woman who has ever lived in every world. Praise cannot contain the Divine Mother. Human language reaches its edge. The Divine Mother is beyond every description of her. The Divine Mother's many divine sacred names. Chapter 11 reveals her as the one source behind all existence. Through 24 sacred salutations, each divine name opens a door into the mystery of her being. Ma Narayani, the intelligence in every heart, granting liberation and heavenly reward. Ma Sarvabhuta, the Divine Mother who has become all things, the one who bestows both enjoyment and final freedom. Ma Visvesvari, the ruler of the universe, who protects and sustains all creation. Ma Mahamaya, the supreme power of illusion, by whose will the whole universe is both veiled and liberated. Ma Ambika, the Divine Mother, who alone destroys the forces of darkness that no other power can subdue. Ma Durga, the Divine Mother who removes fear, the one who exists in the form of all. Part 4, Chapter 11 in English. The Hymn to Ma Narayani. Salutation be to you, Ma Narayani, who abide as intelligence in the hearts of all beings. The gods turn to the Divine Mother in gratitude. From here, the chapter 11 will be read. Chapter 11, verse 1-2. After the Devi had slain the great Asura chief, Lord Indra and other gods, led by Agni, praised Ma Katyayani for granting their wishes. With hopes fulfilled, their faces beamed. O Devi, who remove the sufferings of those who take refuge in you, be gracious, Mother of the entire world. Be gracious, ruler of all. Protect the universe, O Devi, who are the ruler of the moving and the unmoving. You alone are the sustaining power of the world, for you abide in the form of the earth. By you, who exist in the form of water, all this universe prospers. O Devi of unsurpassable strength, of boundless might, your Lord Vishnu's power, the source of all, the supreme Maya, deluded O Devi, is all this universe. In this world, you alone, when pleased, are the cause of liberation. All forms of knowledge are your aspects, O Devi, as are all women in the world. By you alone, the Divine Mother, is this world filled. What praise can be sung to you who are beyond praise? O Devi, who have become all things, who bestow enjoyment and liberation, when you are praised, what words, however excellent, can extort you? Salutation be to you, Devi Narayani, who abide as intelligence in the hearts of all beings, granting heavenly reward and final liberation. Salutation be to you, Ma Narayani, who bring change as the moments of ever-passing time, who are the power at the cessation of the universe. Salutation be to you, Ma Narayani, who are the good of all good, the auspicious one, to you who accomplish every intent, to you the refuge, all-knowing, shining Ma Gauri. Salutation be to you, Ma Narayani, who are the power of creation, sustenance, and destruction, who are eternal, who are the source and embodiment of the threefold energy. Salutation be to you, Ma Narayani, who are intent on rescuing the distressed and afflicted that take refuge in you. To you, O Devi, who remove the suffering of all. Salutation be to you, Ma Narayani, who assumed the form of Ma Brahmani, riding in a swan-yoked chariot, O Devi, and sprinkling sanctified water. Salutation be to you, Ma Narayani, who have the form of Ma Maheswari, bearing trident, moon, and serpent, and riding a mighty bull. Salutation be to you, Ma Narayani, who have the form of Ma Kaumari, the faultless one, attended by peacock and cock, and bearing a great spear. Salutation be to you, Ma Narayani, who have the form of Ma Vaisnavi, holding the supreme weapons of conch, discus, mace, and bow. Be gracious. Salutation be to you, Ma Narayani, auspicious one, who have Lord Vishnu's boar-like form, grasping a great formidable discus, and uplifting the earth with your tusks. Salutation be to you, Ma Narayani, who is the ferocious form of the man-lion, are intent on killing the Daityas and protecting the three worlds. Salutation be to you, Ma Narayani, who are adorned with diadem, great thunderbolt, and thousand-eyed radiance. To you, O Ma Indri, who took the demon Ratra's life breath. Salutation be to you, Ma Narayani, who in the form of Ma Sivaduti, of frightful visage and piercing streaks, slew the mighty demon army. Salutation be to you, Ma Narayani, whose mouth bears its terrifying teeth, whose neck is adorned with a garland of skulls. To you, O Ma Chamunda, destroyer of Munda. Salutation be to you, Ma Narayani, for good fortune, modesty, great knowledge, faith, prosperity, satisfaction to the ancestral spirits, constancy, and great night and great illusion. Salutation be to you, Ma Narayani, most excellent Ma Sarasvati, who are intelligence and well-being, the divine consort and the dark one, ever constant. Be gracious, O you who are supreme. O Devi, who exists in the form of all, who are the ruler of all, possessing all power, protect us from fears. O Devi Durga, salutation be to you. May this gentle face of yours, adorned with three eyes, protect us in every way. O Ma Katyayani, salutation be to you. May your terrible, flaming trident, exceedingly sharp and destroying all asuras, protect us from dread. O Ma Bhadrakali, salutation be to you. May your bell that destroys the Daitya's life force and fills the world with its ringing protect us from all evils, O Devi, as a mother protects her children. May your sword, smeared with the mire of Asura's blood and blazing as the sun's rays, be for our welfare. O Ma Chandika, we bow to you. When pleased, you destroy all afflictions, but when displeased, you thwart all aspirations. No calamity befalls those who have taken refuge in you, and they who resort to you become a refuge to others. O Devi, multiplying your own form into many, you have wrought destruction on the mighty asuras who hate righteousness. O Ma Ambika, who else can accomplish that? Who other than you abides in all forms of learning, in the sacred texts that are lights of understanding, in the primordial wisdom of the Vedas? Yet who else confounds this universe in the darkest abyss of attachment, where malevolent beings and venomous serpents lurk, where enemies and thieves abound, where forced camouflagation rage, There and even mid-ocean you stand and protect the universe. O ruler of the universe, you protect the universe. You are the essence of all things, and you support all that is. All kings must praise you, and those who bow to you in devotion become refuge to all. Be gracious, O Devi, even as you have destroyed the Asuras. Protect us always from the fear of enemies. May you subdue the evils of all the worlds and great disasters born of ominous portents. To those who bow down to you, be gracious, O Devi, who remove the afflictions of all and who are worthy of praise by the dwellers of the three worlds. Confer your boons upon the worlds. The Divine Mother's response and prophecy starts from chapter 11, verse 36. The Devi said, O host of gods, I am the giver of boons. Whatever blessing is your heart's desire, choose that, and I will grant it for the welfare of the world. The gods said, O ruler of all, may you allay all the miseries of the three worlds and so too annihilate our enemies. The Devi said, when the 28th cycle in the age of Manu, Vaivasvata, has come, two other great asuras, also named Somba and Nisumba, will arise. Then I shall be born in the home of the cloud-haired Nanda, brought forth from Yashoda's womb, and dwelling in the Vinya's mountain. I shall destroy the two asuras. Again, having incarnated on earth in this surpassingly horrific form, I shall slay the demons descended from Viprachiti. Upon devouring them, my teeth will become red like pomegranate flowers. Thereafter, all will forever call me Ma Raktadantika. Again, when no rain has fallen for 100 years and praised by sages, I shall appear, but not born of a womb, since I shall behold the sages with 100 eyes. Humankind will glorify me as Ma Satakshi. I shall support the entire world with life-sustaining vegetables brought forth from my own substance. Thus shall I be celebrated as Ma Sakambari, and then also shall I slay the great Asura Durgama, and so be celebrated as the Devi Durga. When I have assumed a terrible form in the Himalayas, I shall destroy malevolent beings for the protection of the sages. Then all the sages with bodies bowed will praise me. Thus shall I come to be celebrated as Ma, Bhima Devi. When a demon called Asura wreaks great havoc in the three worlds, then shall I assume form as a swarm of countless bees and slay the great Asura for the welfare of the three worlds. Thus will people everywhere extort me as Ma Brahmari. And so, whenever danger arises from demonic sources, I shall descend and bring about the complete destruction of enemies. Part 5, Chapter 11 in Sanskrit. Ma Narayani Stuti, Sacred Translation. The sacred mantras of the chapter 11 as they appear in the original Sanskrit translation. Each verse a whole Maha mantra. Enter a meditative state with highest reverence, chanting together. Devyahate tatra mahasurendre sendrah sura banhi purogamastam katyayani tushto burishtalam bhad vikasi त्रास्तु विकासिताशा देवी प्रपन्नार्ति हरे प्रसीद प्रसीद मातर जगतोऽखिलस्य प्रसीद विश्वेश्वरी पाहि विश्वं तमीश्वरी देवी चराचरस्य आधारे भूता जगतस्त्वमेका महीस्वरूपेण यथा स्थितासि अपाङ्गस्वरूपस्थितया त्ववैतत् आप्यायते कृत्स्नमलङ्घवीर्ये तं वैष्णवी शक्तिरनन्तवीर्या विश्वस्य बीजं परमासि माया सम्मोहितं देवी समस्तमेतत् त्वं वै प्रसन्ना भुवि मुक्तिहेतु विद्याः समस्तास्तव देवी वेदाः स्त्रियः समस्ताः सकला जगत्सु त्ववैकया पूरितमम्बयतत् का ते स्तुति स्तव्या परापरोक्तिः सर्वभूता यदा देवी सर्गमुक्तिप्रदायिनी त्वं स्तुता स्तुतये का वा भवन्तु परमोक्तयः सर्वस्य बुद्धिरूपेण जनस्य हृदि संस्थिते स्वर्गापवर्गदे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते कलाकष्टादिरूपेण परिणामप्रदायिनी विश्वस्य परतौ शक्ते नारायणी नमोस्तुते सर्वमङ्गलमङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते सृष्टिस्थिति विनाशानं शक्तिभूते सनातनी गुणाश्रये गुणमये नारायणी नमस्तुते शरणागत दीनार्त परित्राण परायणे सर्वस्यार्ति हरे देवी नारायणे नमोस्तुते हंसयुक्त विमानस्थे ब्रह्माणी रूपधारिणी कौशाम्भक्षरिके देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते त्रिशूलचन्द्राहिधरे महावृषभवाहिनी माहेश्वरी स्वरूपेण नारायणी नमोस्तुते मयूरकुक्कुटभृते महाशक्तिधरे नखे कौमारी रूपसंस्थाने नारायणी नमोस्तुते शङ्खचक्रगदाशारङ्गगृहीत परमायुधे प्रसीद वैष्णवी रूपे
नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते गृहीतोग्रमहाचक्रे दंश्रोत्थ्रितव सुन्दरे वराहरूपिणि शिवे नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते नृसिंहरूपेणोग्रेण हन्तुं दैत्यान् कृतोद्यमे त्रैलक्यत्राणसहिते नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते कीर्तिनि महावज्रे सहस्रनयनोज्ज्वले वृत्रप्राणहरे चैन्द्रि नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते शिवदूतिस्वरूपेण हतदैत्यमाबले घोररूपे महारवे नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते दंष्ट्राकरालवदने शिरोमाला विभूषणे चामुण्डे मुण्डमथने नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते लक्ष्मीलज्जे महावीते श्रद्धे पुष्टि स्वधे ध्रुवे महारथी महामाये नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते मेधे सरस्वती वरे भूति बाभवी तामसी नियते त्वं प्रसीदिषे नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्ति समन्विते भयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोऽस्तुते एतत् ते वदनं सौम्यं लोचनत्रयभूषितं पातु न सर्वभूतेभ्य कात्यायनि नमोऽस्तुते ज्वालाकरालमत्वुग्रमशिशासुरसूदनं त्रिशूल पातु नो भीतेर्भद्रकाली नमोऽस्तुते हीनस्ति दैत्यतेजांसि स्वनिना पूर्यया जगत् सा घण्टा पातु नो देवी पापेभ्यो न सुतानिव असुराश्रिगवसा पङ्कचर्चितस्ते करोज्जलः शुभाय खड्गा भवतु चण्डिके त्वां नताभयाम् रोगान् शेषान् पहंसि तुष्टा रुष्टा तु कमान् सकलान् भीष्टान् त्वमाश्रितानं न विपन्नरनं तामाश्रिताय श्रतां प्रयन्ति एतत् कृतं यत् कदनं त्वयाद्य धर्मदीशां देवी महासुराणं रूपैरनेकैर्बहुधात्ममूर्तिं कृताम्बिके तत्प्रकरोति कान्या विद्यासु शस्त्रेषु विवेकदीपे स्वाद्वेषु वाक्येषु च का त्वदन्या ममत्तगर्तेति महान्धकारे बिभ्रमायत्वे तदतीव विश्वम् रक्षांसि यत्रोग्रविशाश्च नागा यत्रारयो दस्सुबलानि यत्र दावानलो यत्र तथाब्धिमध्ये तत्र स्थिता त्वं परिपासि विश्वम् विश्वेश्वरी त्वं परिपासि विश्वम् विश्वात्मिका धारयसीति विश्वं विश्वेश वन्द्या भवति भवन्ति विश्वाश्रया ये त्वयि भक्तिनम्राः देवी प्रसीद परिपालय नोरिभीते नित्यं यथा सुरवधादधुनैव सद्यः पापानि सर्वजगतां च शमनयाशु उत्पात पाकजनितांश्च महुपसर्गान् प्रणतानं प्रसीद तं देवी विश्वार्तिहारिणी त्रैलोक्यवासिनि मीड्ये लोकानं वरदा भव वरदाहं सुरगणा वरं य मनसिच्छथ तं वृणुध्वं प्रयच्छामि जगतामुपकारकम् सर्वबाधा प्रशमनं त्रैलोक्यस्याखिलेश्वरी एवमेव तया कार्यमस्मद्वैरी विनाशनम् वैवस्वतेन्तरे प्राप्ते अष्टाविंशतिमे युगे शुम्भो निशुम्भश्चैवान्यावुत्पत्स्येते महासुरौ नन्दगोपगृहे जाता यशोदा गर्भसम्भवा ततस्तौ नाशयिष्यामि विन्ध्याचलनिवासिनि पुनरप्यातिरौद्रेण रूपेण पृथिवीतले अवतीर्य हनिष्यामि वैप्रचित्तांशु दानवन् भक्षयन्त्यश्च तानुग्रान् वैप्रचित्तान् महासुरान् रक्ता दन्ता भविष्यान्ति दडिमी कुसुमोपमा ततो मां देवता सर्गे मर्तलोके च मानवा स्तवन्तो व्याहरिष्यान्ति सततं रक्तदन्तिकाम् भूयश्च शतवार्षिक्यामनावृष्टामनम्भसि मुनिभिः संस्तुता भूमौ सम्भविष्याम योनिजा ततः शतेन नेत्राणं निरीक्षिष्यामि जन्मूनीन् कीर्तयश्शान्ति मनुजा शताक्षिमीति मां ततः ततोऽखिलं लोकमात्मदेह समुद्भवै हरिष्यामि सुरा शाकैरावृष्टे प्राणधारकै शाकम्भरीति विख्यातिं तदा यास्याम्याहं भुवि तत्रैव च वधिष्यामि दुर्गमाख्यां महासुरम् दुर्गा देवीति विख्यातं तन्मे नाम भविष्यति पुनश्चाहं यदा भीमं रूपं कृत्वा हिमाचले रक्षांसि शययिष्यामि मुनीनां त्राणकारणात् तदा मां मुनयः सर्वे स्तुष्यन्त्यानम्रमूर्तय भीमा देवीति विख्यातं तन्मे नाम भविष्यति यदा रुणक्यस्त्रैलक्ये महाबाधां करिष्यति तदाहं भ्रामरं रूपं कृतं संख्य षट्पदं त्रैलक्यस्य हितार्थाय वधिष्यामि महासुरम् भ्रामरीति च मां लोकस्तदा स्तुष्यन्ति सर्वतः इत्थं यदा यदा वधा दानवोत्था भविष्यति तदा तदवतीराहं करिष्याम्यारि संशयम् इति श्रीमार्कण्डेय पुराणे सावर्णिके मन्वन्तरे देवी महात्म्ये नारायण स्तुतिर्नाम एकादश अध्याय.
And so, whenever danger arises from demonic sources, I shall descend and bring about the complete destruction of enemies. From Devi Mahatmya, chapter 11, verse 55. Here are official communities in worship of the Divine Mother. Thank you for attending. Learn about Devi Mahatmya from devimahatmya.com. That is DEVIMAHATMYA.com and ma-mahavija.com. That is MAA-. dasmahadvidya.com. May the Divine Mother bless us all on this path towards liberation. Adi Guru Joy.